Wee! I go wee! I go wee! Um, okay. Hello there. I'm Scotty. You're not. Welcome back to the Smallville Retrospective. In this episode, we are talking about Season 4, Episode 9, Bound. Wait a minute. There we go, that's better. I guess I had to count to 9. I'm only going to do a couple today. Let me explain. Sunday, I decided to just take the day off and relax, which is what I did. It was lazy Sunday. And then today, worked a little bit longer. I got home, had lunch, jumped in the shower, and then was watching Hack the Movies, was doing Child's Play 2, so I did watch that, of course, when that was on at 2. And I got done with that, and then I watched this episode. So, Bound, Season 4, Episode 9. This is another Lex-centric episode. It's one of those in the vein of, like, what was it? The one in Season 1 where that Royce guy came back. It's like a mystery trying to figure out what happened. And here it's another mystery linked to Lex's past. Yeah. Lex meets a woman at an opera and has sex with her. By the way, it's Kobe Smulders from How I Met Your Mother. He blanked Robin before Ted did. Have you met Ted? Who cares? I had sex with Lex Luthor. That's what she said. Yeah, and they do it, and then he wakes up the next morning to find her dead. Or does he? And yeah, we had opening credits, and then right away, Alex is back at his mansion, and his lawyer's there. And if you have Brain 1, like I get the point they're trying to put about Lex not recognizing her. But if you have half a brain in your head, there's a point where he's talking to his lawyer, and the lawyer's assistant comes walking in, and it's Colby Smulders. And what they did is they put her hair in a ponytail, and you have her glasses, because that's a disguise. It works on Lex Luthor, because he doesn't pay attention to his one-night stands. And so if you're actually paying attention, and you see her walk in, you're probably going, wait, did they cast her twice? And you think, oh, is that... No, what? She have a twin sister or something? No. Spoiler alert, it's her. Meanwhile, Lana is having nightmares of a strange woman, only to find out that it's Jason's mother, played by Jane Seymour, who is British, and Jason is not. Okay, you want someone... a credited actress like Jane Seymour, who has been in Live and Let Die. Also, Dr. Quinn, Medicine Woman. A show that was on a lot when I was a kid. Yes. But she's British as all hell, and Jason is not. And bit of a spoiler, his father will be played later on. They say he's dead, but it turns out he's alive. So, what's his name? Robert Picardo. You know, from Q? I think it is, from Star Trek, but also Richard Woolsey from Stargate. Yeah, later. And he's American. I don't know why they have British. She doesn't change her accent. She's full British. I don't know. But she doesn't have too big of a presence. She shows up, meets with Lana, and look, if you took the Lana and Jason and his mom stuff out of this episode, I don't think it would have mattered, because, spoiler alert, there's not much to it. She comes and talks to her, says that she wants to reconnect with her son, and this wants nothing to do with her, and then almost the rest of the episode later, like, before the big climax, we have a scene where they're by the fire talking, and she mentions it to him. Why didn't you say something earlier? And, like, you know, she wanted to be the message goer between the two of them. And then when wrapping up, Jason is talking to her in the car about something. And I think this is the point where they decided that Jason's character was going to be more than just boyfriend. Because the stuff that he does in the second half of the season makes no sense to the stuff that he does in the first half of the season. I'm just saying. Yeah, so Clark gets help from an unexpected source, Lionel Luthor, who wants to help his son because something has changed since the couple episodes ago where they swap bodies. Of course, Lionel supposedly doesn't know about the swapping bodies, so he doesn't know. He says something has changed in him. He's healed. He's no longer on death row or on his deathbed, and so he tells him basically, hey, let me guess, the woman is this always had my head scratching. He's like, the woman, she has brown hair, yes? It reminds him of Lillian, his mother. Okay. Stop. Just why would he be trying to fuck a woman who looks like his mother? Now, I know that there's the old adage that, like, hey, you're liable to date someone who is like your father. My sister has dated plenty of guys who were like me because she had no father figure in her life. Well, there was one. He was not a very good one. But, so apparently I'm the father figure, and she's dating people who are kind of like me. Okay, but, like, for Lionel to specifically say, oh, brown hair, it reminds him of Lillian, his mother. It's just like, it's a little icky. So he tells them about the car that, because Lex would have Lex would have her drive her car so that they can make a getaway the next morning and all that. So you track the car down, and they track the car down, and they find this woman, Eve something or other, is the one who died. And so he tracks down the address, but Lex is there burning papers, which doesn't look good on his account. He says that someone is trying to frame him, so he was trying to get rid of the extra evidence because she was stalking him, and that's motive. But, like, you're still tampering with evidence, burning it up. And someone called the cops. Who was it? Who knows? Who knows? It's the real killer. So then, Clark and Chloe do some investigating, trying to find, because apparently, due to the footage, which, by the way, her face is, like, right there. And when they look at this Eve Andrews, they don't show a picture. Because if they did, one, the audience would know it. That's not what it is. We already know if you're smart enough to see Kobe Smulders with glasses. But you see that picture. And so if they showed who Eve Andrews was, and then I already know, well, that's not her. And then they got straight up in that security cam footage, which is very good quality for 2004, by the way. Her face is all up in there. And they say, oh, she has 2 earrings. And here, fast forward, she has 1. But the dead body they found had 2. Because... Okay, well, we'll get to that when we come to this surprise twist, which you shouldn't be surprised by. But anyway, so they go to investigate the elevator, and there's a, they pretend, they have to act out what happened, and then someone opens up the elevator when they're like that close together, because we gotta believe there's still sexual tension between them when Clark has said that he doesn't have feelings for her, but Chloe does still have feelings for him. And then Chloe comes up with the idea, well, maybe it fell down the shaft. The elevator shaft. The elevator shaft. And so he used X-ray vision, which, again, people don't really ask this, but he's going like, and if I was Cole, I'd be like, what are you looking at? But yeah, he finds it all the way down and brings it to Lionel. And yeah, so Lionel ends up faxing he still has connections with him in prison for some reason. And gets his jewelry guy to fax over stuff. And they find out it's not Eve Andrews that got those earrings 18 months ago. It's someone else. And Clark recognizes the name as someone who works for the law firm. But by this point, she has kidnapped Lex because Lex, who also slept with his lawyer, went to see his lawyer, who quit on him, and went to see his lawyer, and she was there and kidnapped him and brought him back to his house. She is going to kill this man in his own house, which is covered with security. And her plan to kill him is to set the fucking place on fire. And I swear to God, not one security guard comes in. No one. We are shown that at any given time there's a security guard outside that door. How many times has Clark shown up with a security guard who open up the door for him? There's no one there now. Her excuse for why they let her in was, oh, he got drunk, so she was bringing him back. Because they reckon they know her from working at the law firm. Right? Yeah. So she explains, and this makes the lady very psycho. But she's like, 18 months ago, you and I hooked up. You seduced me right here. And then I was engaged, and I cheated on him with you. And then I broke up with him, and I called to tell you, but you had no idea who I was. And I got you didn't answer my calls or something like that. And so now she said if he had recognized her at the opera, then she wouldn't have done this, but because she didn't. And if you pay attention in that first scene, when he starts talking to her, and he asks, what's your name? She has a look on her face like, really? So you really gotta pay attention to it. Yeah, and apparently this Eve Andrews was another woman that Lex scorned, and she tricked her coming to the hotel room and killed her, and replaced her body there. Okay. So she puts Lex in a ring of fire, and Clark comes and saves the day. Bada boom. We get some ending things. Lex goes to see Lionel. Clark tells his parents that he had help from Lionel, which, by the way, his parents are only in this last part. Like I said, the Lana and Jason thing is at the end here. No, the Jason talking to his mom thing, that's where the episode ends, is with that. So, yeah. Alex has this stupid-ass speech, and I call it stupid-ass because it feels like he's trying too hard to convince Clark that he's changed. He's like, when the fire was coming towards me, I thought, good. Maybe I deserve it. And then when I knocked out and woke up and she was just on the floor, I thought, now I have a second chance. I'm like, man, you're so full of shit. He's just trying to convince Clark that he can change. Because, I don't know. He's blown it out his ass for me. But, Bound. What's the name? Bound. You think Bound. You think Jennifer Tilly and Gina Gershon on a couch. No. Yeah. But, yeah, this episode was fine. A lot of pushing. What happened to Lois? Like, wasn't she supposed to be big? Right? She's on the fucking cover. And she's in at the beginning. And then she came back for, one episode. It was so important for her to be in that episode. And the reason if she wasn't in an episode, I don't think anyone would care. But, she was only in an episode, so there would be 3 women for them to be witches. I don't know. This episode was fine. I don't get ready. I probably should, but no. It's in the middle. It's not a good one. It's not a bad one. It's just in the middle. It's like, yes, we know Lex has tendencies. We get it. He likes to sleep with lots of women. Stop bragging. Okay? Oh, Lex, he's so bad. He gets a bunch of beautiful women without any, I'm gonna say nooks or crannies. Any kind of attachment. Oh, poor thing. Yes, there's consequences. I see that, but like, I don't know. But yeah, there's that. So, what are your thoughts on this episode? In the comments below, like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching. I go Scotty. I go Scotty. I've been Scotty, and one more time, I go wee.